Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over the teaser for Fear the Walking Dead Season 8, the last season. It's just been kind of a wild ride with the show. It's been up, it's been down. There's been a lot of people that have lost track with the show, just like with the flagship series. People lost track with Walking Dead, and I've had mixed feelings about this show. I think it had a lot of potential starting out, but there was some seasons with some bad writing and just bad choices that were made. And then last season, we had one of the original characters up and leave, and they kind of left it kind of with a big question mark in the air. Is this character even really dead, or are they really alive, or just the way they went about it? It did not sit well with a lot of people. But anyways, we're going to jump into the little 30-second teaser that we got and kind of go from there and break that down and just kind of see how things are looking for the last season of Fear the Walking Dead.
You're about to play a crucial role in the next steps the settlement is about to take.
That's how Padre gets people to do what they want and find out what matters to you and threaten you.
No matter what's coming, we have to live.
We're forming an army to take on Padre.
Do you really want to do this?
There's nothing they could do to me that's worse than what I'm already living.
What do you want?
Sometimes we have to learn lessons the hard way.
And there you go, 30 seconds. It starts on May 14th. It's going to be the first half of the season, so obviously we have the first 6 episodes, and then probably later in the year they're going to do the second half. Kind of starting off, getting into this trailer, it starts off with an aerial shot of Padre, because last season left off with our survivors trying to make their way to this island, and then we got the reintroduction of Kim Dickens, or Madison, coming back and making the big revelation that she actually survived the fire of the stadium and everything. And she comes to question, where's Nick, where's Alicia? And Morgan kind of reveals these things to her, because it's during all of this when they meet that it is also revealed that she is basically a child smuggler or child kidnapper for this community. This whole next season is supposed to be really just diving into the details about how sadistic Padre really is. And on top of that, with these shows, with The Walking Dead, we are getting a 7-year time jump. So we're going to get a 8-year-old version of Mo, which is Morgan's adopted child. And then we have Grace that's also kind of taking responsibility for this baby. And so we're going to see how their lives are within Padre, because we don't know if they've been in Padre this whole time, or what the situation really is. And so it's just going to be a lot of things that are going to be revealed, and what they're really going to do and what direction they're going to go with the show for its last season. But anyways, kind of moving on with the breakdown, we got our shot of Morgan here, and we don't really know if this is actually within Padre. I'm going to assume it really is, and he's just in another situation where he's got to beg for the safety of others or what have you, and just trying to figure out how he can follow their rules probably and still maintain his connection with Mo, because he cares about her so much. Next shot, we got Madison. Looks like she's waking up, probably from being sedated or something, because they did treat her like a prisoner as part of her arrangements to get her the oxygen that she needs from the lung damage that she sustained from the stadium fire. And just, I don't know if they're going to touch back on that, or what they're really going to go into detail regarding how badly her lungs were damaged, or if she still needs it. But we see the shot, she's waking up, and she's obviously bound, it looks like. And so we don't know if this is before or after the time jump, or what the situation is with her character and how she's really doing what she's doing for this community. Next shot, we got this dude that looks like he's in a fencing mask and just being an all-around weirdo. Then we have looks like Morgan, Madison, and possibly Grace traipsing through this swamp. I'm sure with Padre being an island, it's probably surrounded by multiple swamps and little bodies of water that are probably booby-trapped, I'm sure. And it's this little scene that we hear the voiceover and kind of the shot of Madison saying, this is how Padre gets you to do what they tell you, by threatening the things that you care about. And so we can see that she's probably really a broken spirit by this, but Then again, she could be, if it's been such a long time jump, that she's probably going to look for a way to get around it. And it's within that same little segment of the trailer that we see that we have a few survivors that look like they're being targeted. We don't know if these are people coming into Padre or if it's even any of our survivors or who it could be. Then we got Morgan. Looks like he is running for dear life. It looks like he's actually got a scared look on his face. Then we got the guys back with what looks like fencing masks. Not really sure what purpose they really serve other than their probably own little fashion choice to be intimidating or something. Not real sure about that. And so we're not really sure. I'm sure these guys are probably like little foot soldiers or something, or just looks like obviously they're going to use this walker with the bag over his head for some form of interrogation or intimidation. Then we got our shot of June, and we heard in the trailer that they are building up an arsenal or whatever to go to war against Padre. So maybe they know that they have some of their survivors like Morgan and Grace, and maybe they know that in some form or fashion that they are being held against their will, and obviously they have Mo. Maybe this has been communicated one way or another, and so they've decided to go to war against them. Or maybe it's just in general, maybe this Padre community has ruffled the feathers of a lot of people, and it's all these people, and it could be about all these people coming together to go against Padre and ultimately take what they have, take their little island, their little sanctuary, to kind of claim it as their new home. And there's our shot of our little arsenal. And we got the jars with heads in them. Hopefully they're not going to do the governor thing from way back in season 4 of The Walking Dead, season 3 and 4, having jars with heads in them to maybe be some form of intimidation, or just could be some weirdo collection. And then here we have a shot of Daniel. Now Daniel, last time we saw him before the time jump and everything, Daniel was suffering through some mental health issues. He was really struggling to retain things. His memory was going bad. He had forgotten that Ophelia had actually died and went on this giant rampage to find her and everything, and just kind of had to rediscover that she's gone. She was killed years ago at this point. So hopefully we'll see him back to his normal self with those killer instincts, ready to do what he has to do to make sure people are safe, and just, bring back what he used to be, and just be this awesome character that he was. Because that was one character that I actually really liked, and what they did with him, and with his background of being kind of a torture specialist and everything that he was. And we got Madison being pinned down by some walkers. It looks like this could be in one of those swamp areas, or maybe this is like a small boathouse, because you see the life jackets up on the wall and everything outside of it. And here we got another shot of Madison. She's looking a hell of a lot better. Hopefully she's pointing that at someone who really has it coming. This is like one of the closing out shots of the teaser. Like I said, with the time jump, now this little girl obviously is probably Mo, and then you have what looks to be Sherry, and probably her and Dwight's kid in the background, because they did get pregnant there towards the end of the last season, and with that time jump, so this kid's got to be about 7 years old, and it looks to be a boy, but kind of blurry, hard to tell. And this could be very possibly after they make an escape attempt or something, and we'll see what happens there. And this looks to be a shot of maybe a port or a cargo ship close to Padre. And one thing I want to point out, because randomly I remember from that one little teaser we got where Madison's being held in the prison cell, and you have those two guards coming in, the back of the head looks like the guard that was in that prison cell, the woman that came in there. So she must be some kind of enforcer, or just maybe a guard, but also has some kind of security authority or whatever, because we do see the large artillery weapon back there. And then we got one of this last shots of this dude carrying a decapitated head. Not sure who it is or anything. And then the title card for the teaser. May 14th is when this shit show kicks off. It will be the last season, obviously, and they will probably do the first set of episodes this summer, and then probably towards maybe September, October, they'll pick off and do the last ones. And then also during that time, during the summers, we're supposed to get the Dead Cities show with Maggie and Negan, and then possibly later this year, from everything I've read anyways, it's supposed to be the Daryl spinoff. And then, as it was announced, the Rick and Michonne spinoff actually got pushed off till next year hopefully that is to do more work to it, because they've only initially announced 6 episodes, and my opinion and the opinion of many other people, that it will be damn near impossible to take their story and wrap it up in 6 episodes to make everyone happy. I think that is an insane way to go about it, and there's no way they could possibly wrap up that many years of story and with proper resolution with only 6 episodes. So I'm really hoping that they consider doing more episodes, longer episodes, or an additional season to really do that justice for that story and everything. But one thing with this being the last season of Fear the Walking Dead, I'm hoping that we get some sort of proper closeout, obviously, for all these characters, and especially for Madison. Hopefully Alicia makes a comeback, even if it's only in the final moments of the final episode. We get that reunion that we did not get with The Walking Dead between Daryl, Rick, Michonne, and all these other characters. Hopefully we'll get that type of reunion, because with that being kind of stretched out into another series, it really kind of pissed a lot of people off. But you will have that pretty much no matter what you do. One thing I hope they don't do is take any story that they've previously used and kind of recycle it, as they tend to do with certain other aspects of the show and everything. So anyways, that was my reaction and breakdown of this trailer. Hopefully it will do it justice, and they'll kind of redeem some of the ups and downs of the previous seasons. I am excited for it, but then again, it's good that they're closing it out. This is one of those shows that was on the verge of really running things into the ground and just being overdone, and a lot of people are happy to see the show go and everything. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the breakdown and review of this trailer, and if you could really show your support, that'd be really awesome by commenting and obviously leaving those likes and subscribing to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. So until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye.